Public humanities is the work of engaging diverse publics in learning about history and cultural heritage to reflect critically on its relevance to our society today. So we want to go beyond just sharing academic knowledge with a non-academic audience and really engage in learning together with our community partners about history and how it shapes our present, and even how the alterity, the strangeness, the otherness of the deep past can help us imagine alternative or other futures. It was an opportunity to come to Notre Dame, and the Medieval Institute is an excellent center for interdisciplinary medieval studies, so that was a big draw. And it's also the university has a commitment to community engagement and public scholarship and service of the community, so that is important to me. The university has a program called Teachers as Scholars, where faculty and, in my case, staff can offer seminars to K through 12 teachers in the local nearby school districts that count as professional development for the teachers. And the teachers come to campus for 2 full days and get to learn about something new. So my own scholarship has to do with medieval lyric and poetry and preaching and its manuscript culture of lyric, short poetry. And so I got to offer a seminar on medieval lyric and talk with mostly English teachers about these early pre-modern history of song and poetry, but also be thinking with them about how do we teach what a lyric poem is, how do you teach students to read lyrics, and what's the relation between a written poem and a song and music, how do we bring in the manuscript, the material culture of poetry into the classroom. So that was a real fun opportunity. I think my favorite of our tailgates, and then something that I also, when I brought my students for their field trip to campus, we got to see Professor Margot Fassler's Creation and Cosmos, a show in our digital visualization theater, our planetarium on campus, that is Hildegard of Bingen's vision of the creation of the cosmos. And you're in the planetarium and looking up, and it unfolds above you, and there's Hildegard's music that is being sung. So it really is this transcendent experience. My interest comes from thinking about pilgrimage as a global medieval phenomenon, cross-cultural, ancient, going into the Middle Ages, just a huge social institution in the medieval world. And it's also being used right now in work for racial justice and healing of memory. So a big example is Pope Francis making a pilgrimage of penance to Canada to apologize for the residential schools and the cultural genocide against the indigenous peoples. And there are other smaller projects going on. So I connected with Notre Dame alum Will Peterson, who has founded Modern Catholic Pilgrim, and they organize walking pilgrimages, and they've done several connected to racial justice. I partnered also with theology doctoral candidate Larissa Harrington. And so we've together been organizing a webinar series and this actual pilgrimage to Chicago. And the planning has involved finding co-sponsors and securing funding and making posters and a website and all of that work to make sure that people show up and know about this wonderful series. And we've been very happy with the response so far. We've just had one webinar, and we have students signed up to go to Chicago with us in April, so we're excited.